Hello and welcome to Kaiserreich, the New American Century. We have regrouped. We have taken some time to go back to our planning table over in the Denver capital that we are building for the new seat of the federal government.
Yep.
And looking over our options. And we've decided we were getting demoralized by what essentially seemed to be...
We were also just kind of tired and cranky because we were expecting a quick victory, and it was getting really late at night by the time we finished recording this.
That's true. Also, a little thrown back by the Syndicalists' commitment. I mean, they are literally throwing men into a meat grinder in urban combat in New York City. And, you know, we're watching the damage being done to New York City, and we're watching the corpse count pile up going, like, for the love of God, like, what's to stop these guys? But after sitting down with ourselves, with MacArthur, and with the General War Staff, we have come to a rather sobering conclusion that, yes, this is a token of the Syndicalist commitment, but it's also what will break them. We've moved industry and commerce to the west, and in fact, most of the cities on the eastern seaboard are damaged and in need of repair in some form or fashion. We've pretty much resigned ourselves to this point that New York City, once the crown jewel of the American nation, is going to become a bombed-out Stalingrad-esque wreck at the end of it. And rather than try to avoid that like we were doing by trying to use pressure to make them capitulate, we've decided to just embrace the perpetual urban combat and let them bleed. This is going to suck. We'll be paying for the consequences of this for decades, but it's the only way to win the war. If they want to knock down Dragout in the frickin' subway tunnels, that is what we will give them. We will bleed them to a man. Eventually, their guns are going to stop working.
Well, and there's some things we can do that we haven't been doing 100% optimally. For example, we have some close air support planes in reserve that we weren't really using. If we deploy those to use on bombing missions, that's definitely going to help us. We've got to commit to turning NYC into rubble. They've got no recourse to war of movement here. So I think part of what we need to be doing is we need to be setting up some artillery on the banks of the Hudson.
We need to. That's exactly what I'm saying. We need to resolve ourselves to turning NYC into a pile of rubble.
Yep.
Basically, we can rebuild it later. But it's no longer necessary. The Berlin Stock Exchange usurped its place as the financial center of the world, and we have moved all of our commerce and industry west.
Which this is just another fascinating part of this alternate history is, you know, the fact that, by the way, our naval bombers, I'm pretty sure I had them assigned already. Naval bombers, we want you guys to sink as many ships as you can.
We can, because they're concentrating their navy and we're having a hard time breaking through.
Yeah, shore bombardments are part of why they're able to hold off. You could technically hold Manhattan with a superior navy for this long. That's why I'm not feeling that this is 100% unrealistic, because they do still have naval superiority.
We needed to give in to what they're demanding of us, which is a knockdown, drag-out brawl that is going to end with, the Baltic Duchy took Latvia.
Yeah.
Alrighty, but while this is happening, we also need to turn our gaze inward like we've been doing. We need to prepare the United States for the next step. We're not going to have as much time to breathe after this conflict as we want. We have to come up with a plan now. How are we going to get California and the West Coast back? How are we going to get New England back? And how are we going to punish Mexico for costing us what's going to amount to an extra 100,000 American lives? Because this is Mexico. Make no mistake. These are volunteer and espionage divisions from Mexico that are helping Reed hold New York.
Also going to consolidate all of our... Okay, so these are our close air support. Since we're producing more than we're using, we'll go ahead and bump up their production for their wing limit here, and also this is our best fighter wings. We'll bump that up so that any new ones that come off this assembly line will be able to assist. Okay.
Actually, look at the battle over there. They're breaking a little bit.
They are.
Wow, we might have just done it with...
Who are they fighting? They're fighting someone over here?
Maybe some volunteer divisions landed.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, the Danubian Federation is at war with the Polish-Lithuanian Federation.
Interesting.
That's a big deal. Look at world tension.
Yeah, we're almost up to 100%. Okay, that might just be a glitch that the attacking thing moved down.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, there we go. It resolved itself.
They're gonna run out of guns eventually.
But yeah, we're throwing artillery onto the line. We've got formation flyers. We've got hunt and destroy tactics.
And what are we gonna do about? Yep,
factories.
how are we gonna prepare the American nation for a conflict here? Here's the thing. I'm thinking the Pacific states. We have an opportunity to resolve that through diplomacy.
We have an opportunity. I'm not sure if they'll go for it, but we can definitely give them the opportunity.
They've got to be looking. We're a lot stronger than them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Allocate some factories here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need artillery coming onto the line. That's how we're gonna lead them down. I mean, they're gonna run out of guns, even if Mexico's shipping them guns.
Even with their superior navy and control of the Hudson, they're not going to be able to ship them equipment and ammunition faster than they can use them. We will bleed them.
Yeah,
we've got
A-17s basically running strafing runs down Fifth Avenue on a pretty much hourly basis.
So what we are bemoaning is that this conflict is going to cost us New York. Like this city is turning into a bombed out mess right now.
And it's about to get more bombed out because I think we need some shock and awe up in here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've lost way too many lives in this. We lost 4 veteran divisions trying to naval invade Long Island. It's time to end it.
Absolutely. And there will be no mercy for Mr. Reed. Like for holding out this long, you are not a hero, and we will burn you from the pages of history with our firepower plan.
Okay, so by the way, I guess this was supposed to unlock after the war, but it's not a big deal.
Nope.
Women's Army Corps.
Recruitable population.
Or do we want to do infantry equipment production cost -10, which we have plenty of infantry equipment.
I would do
right
those. I would create the WAC, and then I would pass the ammunition.
While the men go out to fight, there are plenty of brave and courageous women that wish to do their part for the country. To that end, the Women's Army Corps has been proposed. The Women's Army Corps, WACs for short, will give women a role in the Army and support roles. So we'll help free up more men to fight on the front against the enemies of America.
This is the world we live in. We're in total war for our very survival as a nation and for our future as a power.
Yep.
So, yeah. Engineer companies.
We can get some better hospitals. That'll help preserve our men, which is working out really well. Look at all this veterancy we've accumulated.
I know, we lost our best divisions, but other divisions are taking their place. So
let's see, we have air wings that say have their own orders. Oh. There we go. Eastern Seaboard, are these both? Okay, that guy's doing what he's supposed to be doing. These guys are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Got it.
Okay, cool. So we've established air supremacy over the Eastern Seaboard. So we can bomb their ships from the air with impunity at this point.
And it's working. Like, they keep landing the Mexican syndicalists are the only reason this is still a war. They're fighting a proxy conflict. They have essentially turned New York into a proxy conflict. We are not going to forget this.
Well, and look at this. Every negative number that ticks down is another artillery piece we are setting up on the banks of the opposite bank of the Hudson. So, yeah. We're going to be so heavily industrialized by the time we actually go to war that, whoop, that's not what I want. I don't think there's going to be much that can compete with us, to be honest.
Well, we're in a full war economy, and we're industrializing the nation. So, oh wow, they just landed
I think they're bringing in more volunteers, but I mean, it's got to be a matter of time at this point. We're bombing the crap out of them.
The Danubians and the Italians at war.
Oh yeah.
This is starting, y'all. This is starting.
Yeah, we've got contact between the Germans and the Commune of France.
Here's the thing: if we can get our own situation figured out, we will be in a great position to power play. Why does it seem like those 25 divisions aren't fighting?
Because they're in reserve.
Okay.
There's only a limited amount of combat width. That's part of why this is taking so long, because we can only have so many divisions on the front at a given time. Hey, we won a naval battle.
Awesome.
We might be close to establishing naval supremacy, actually. Yeah, their fleet is in port, it looks. Oh, those are submarines. Never mind. Yeah, the Pacific States are coming to help us.
World tension is skyrocketing.
Baradia commune
Declared war on
the,
itself.
Okay, that's seems a little buggy. Unless there's two different...
So here's what I'm saying.
Oh, there's an agrarian revolt in the Baradia commune.
We'll see if we can end this in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
If not, though, we might need to preemptively begin the next conflict and invade them through upstate New York.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can. I'm pretty sure we're gonna wear them down. They're getting volunteers from freaking everywhere, but that's definitely an option. Centralized fire control, forward observers, reinforce rates can really help out. Do they even still have planes? Apparently they do, because it looks like we're shooting them down. Let's see.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got our artillery is fully equipped.
All right.
Are we still using militia divisions here? Because we should probably...
Nope.
Oh, it's this one, the Puerto Rico National Guard. That's what it is.
All right.
Pass the ammunition. Naval battle. Yeah, it's our air support is so overwhelming. We're chasing them off with just naval bombers.
Oh, and a big breakthrough might be on the verge of occurring.
I knew that. Yeah, see, this was a matter of time. This was a matter of time before
they're not going to be able to reinforce in time. We're about to take New York. Yep.
Yep, there we go. New
York City. They fall.
Taken. The Treaty of Cleveland. Does it let us see the final casualty numbers?
It does not look like it. So we're taking it. We're taking it.
Take all states.
And turn.
Turn.
It's over.
And that is done.
The American Civil War is done. It is finished.
Well,
all right.
More or less.
Missing equipment production.
Equipment carrier. Oh, because we have the fleet now. So
we
should start producing. Let's see. What do we need? Carrier fighters, CV naval bombers, and tactical bombers. Where is the... Oh, we still have interwar carrier fighters.
We'll work on that.
We'll work on it, yeah. Carrier CAS and tactical bombers. Is that the interwar bomber? Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So now we can finally start trading again.
Yes, we can.
We need some
serious rubber, man.
Some rubber. And then it also looks like we're going to have a slight shortage in chromium because the Republic of South Africa is not sending us any. We could get it from Turkey.
Why not?
They're ostensibly democratic at this point.
We've got to, and here's the thing, now all of our neighbors start to shit their pants, to be blunt, and they should. To be blunt. I'm using that all the time.
I'll lay this out, and then I'm going to ask for your advice.
Absolutely.
The Pacific States, obvious target. We need to bring them back under our control. They're diplomatically isolated, so that's going. If we fight them, we are just fighting them,
and we'll roll over them bluntly.
The United Mexican States have not founded their faction yet,
which means the time is kind of ripe to strike.
And they also don't have any. They don't have any allies at this point, so they're also diplomatically isolated. New England would put us at war with the Entente, but also
the Entente is at war with Germany,
and there are a lot of factories up here.
I think you pick on the low-hanging fruit first.
So do we want to go after the Pacific States?
And let's
first?
see if we can bring them back diplomatically.
Okay.
Go to our focus tree. Let's see if that's available.
So let's see if we go down. Oh, the event hasn't fired for the end of the Civil War yet. Let's wait for that to happen. Hopefully. There we go. The end of the Civil War. Under the brilliant leadership of General MacArthur, the United States has reigned supreme. The elements that had once threatened the great nation have been vanquished, and those who contributed to the evils will be punished. The future is bright. Recovering from the American Civil War, which gives us some penalties
it actually lowers the buffs that we've had. Like, we had another buff that was -10, -10. Those were converted to -5.
Yeah. So we will need to
go back to the focus tree, though.
Yeah. So now that
we're going
War
to
is over,
revive the Monroe Doctrine, and this is my masterpiece.
So reclaiming the West Coast gives us the PSA Foreign Policy event, which I think lets them rejoin us. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we end up declaring war.
All right. So here's the thing: declare the Monroe Doctrine.
Well, we got to finish this first.
Okay, we're gonna pass the
waste all the days we've spent on it. Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead.
Yeah.
We're gonna pass this Ammunition Act, and I am crafting a policy document that will announce to the world our reinstatement of the Monroe Doctrine.
Okay.
And we are stationing our army on the border of the Pacific States because it will make them very nervous.
Yes.
You are Americans, folks, and we're not going to let you forget it.
Southern states are reintegrated into the Union. The end of the Civil War has left the South in ruins, and rebuilding would be a difficult process for the administration. The first step was to bring the former America First states back into the Union.
We re-embrace the South.
Political power plus 50, and they lose all their cores. Here's another thing I think we should do. We should take some of these less trained divisions, the ones that it won't matter if they lose a little bit of XP here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And we should actually retrain these guys as mountaineers.
I completely agree.
And also, let's make sure that our mountaineer division is looking how we want it to.
Is the proverbial tits. Yes.
Yes. Let's see. Don't think mountaineers necessarily need line artillery, but they should have some support artillery.
And they should have some
engineers
and some
sure.
recon, dude.
Yeah, recon, absolutely.
Field hospital and signal.
Yeah, we haven't really ran into any trouble with armor yet. I don't know if the Pacific states are building tanks.
We can appoint a minister if we want.
Air and naval.
You know what we should do though? Let political power accumulate. Let's increase our stability to very high if we can.
Where are we? Oh yeah. So yeah, we can increase it to good now, and then we'll increase it to very... Okay, and that'll give us some factories back. Fantastic.
That was the right call, I think.
Definitely.
All right, we've begun a brief period, and by brief, I mean we're going to measure it in weeks, of just being introspective. The Republic of South Africa. So South African the Republicans win in South Africa. That doesn't happen often, if I recall.
Are they part of a faction? No, they're not, actually.
The fate of the Colorado River Dam. Complete that dam.
Before the crisis of 1936 and 37, the construction works on a dam on the Colorado River along the Arizona-Nevada border. A project started in 1932 had greatly progressed, with turbulent times finally mostly behind us. We have time and resources to complete its construction. So
do it.
We've got the MacArthur Dam.
Yep. The former CSA territories are reintegrated. At the end of the Civil War had led to the former CSA territories in ruins, and the rebuilding of it would be a difficult process for the administration. The first stop was to bring the former CSA territories back to the Union, bring them back.
And we're going to lose political power, which means we're going to go down to average stability again, but that's all right. We're not hurting for political power to the point that, by the way, these are all shit provinces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to have to invade Sacramento across the Sierras, which is not going to be
If we invade,
fun.
I think that we can use my diplomatic know-how and our status now is kind of a wild card on the national scene, like don't mess with us.
Yeah.
I'm going to portray us as a little belligerent, a little angry, deservedly so. And after getting back what's ours, the sleeping giant, from my perspective, has been awoken.
Yeah.
Democracy will be restored.
4th of July. We need more rubber. We need some aluminum. Danubians.
I love the idea of having a better relationship with the Danubians, actually.
Yeah.
They're democratic socialists, and
oh, that's right, aren't they?
Yep, and are currently doing extremely well as a faction.
Even though they're still under a Habsburg, they are.
Have you read the wiki though? He's a reformer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a liberal reformer.
Gotcha.